Animal testing and experimentation has been a practice for many years, but only a fraction of these experiments actually turn into major breakthroughs for humans. Imagine living in a cage for your entire life to simply suffer pain from experimentation and even possible death. I located my information in Time magazine and the book entitled The Ethics of Animal Experimentation. Animal testing does not always work because different species have different anatomies, therefore outcomes of testing in animals differ from those in humans. According to Time magazine, the experimental drugs and treatments that have been found effective in animals will not necessarily work in humans. Advocates against animal testing argue that animals differ from humans significantly, making animal drug tests unreliable and dangerous. Others argue that one species reacts to a given drug or chemical in a particular way, and that does not necessarily mean that the other species will react in the same way. A well-known example that argues this point is chocolate, which is very safe for humans but can be deadly in dogs. Critics say that animals kept in unnatural conditions, or animals in pain or distress, are not giving accurate or consistent results because a human may not be under the same circumstances. This circumstance would naturally produce different outcomes. Animal experimentation outcomes differ depending on the animal used, so let's discuss why results differ because of different anatomies. According to the ethics of animal experimentation, different species have different anatomies. Therefore, experimental medicines may work differently in different animals. Donayari argues that humans may be superior to some non-human primates in some functions, and non-human primates may be superior to a rodent's functions. Scientists try to find species that will most accurately mimic how the compound would work in a human, but there is nothing available that exactly mimics a human's anatomy. A human's organs and systems are far different from that of any other living creature. For example, scientists agree that a cat's neurological system mimics a human's neurological system in some ways, but not in all. In conclusion, animal testing does not always work because different species have different anatomies. Therefore, outcomes of testing in animals differ from those in humans. Many scientists, advocates, and critics all agree that animal experimentation does not always produce the results desired. If animal testing does not always work, why is it continued to use so often? Would you be willing to suffer the same pain and death as these animals do for no reason?